Welcome
to Peptalk
with Dan
and Nat.
Today we're going to be talking about rejection.
The wide spectrum of rejection that is waiting for you out in the world. Rejection from jobs, rejection from your ideal schools, rejection from your love interests.
Because lovers are the worst. They're rejection people all over the place.
So hard.
Hate lovers.
Ugh. So, talking about rejection, a lot of the times, that's the thing that seems to at least get me down to right rock bottom.
It's a dark and devious place down there.
Yeah.
I know when I have climbed into the pit of despair or have been plummeted down there by the awful rejecting things that have happened in my life, I choose to lay in the bottom of my bathtub, turn the water on so it's kind of hot, and let it pour down on my face so that I don't have to cry my own tears.
Yeah, I don't know if mine's any better. Mine is just laying flat on the ground somewhere and just crying out to the universe. Why? Why? Why?
Universe doesn't get back to her very often.
It doesn't, no. That's the crappy part of rock bottom.
Is that they're pretty dark places, and now that you've heard about our really foggy existences in our sadness, maybe you're already feeling pretty pepped, being like, whoa,
my life is way better than those girls.
Than those two. That sounds pretty rough.
Yeah.
But if they... because we come off as pretty optimistic and happy folks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if we can have pretty dark bottoms of barrels that we have to climb out of...
There's hope.
There is hope.
Yeah. So one of the things, at least, I think that's common when you hit rock bottom, and this kind of goes along with what I was talking about before in a different pep talk about how nobody's cool, and my very highly developed theory of nobody being cool. And part of that theory is that there's a little thing inside of everybody that feels like a loser sometimes. And the thing about that little thing that feels like a loser inside of you is it comes out at the worst times, like when you're at rock bottom. That's when it comes out.
And right after you've been rejected, it grabs a megaphone and screams in your ear and is like, yeah, guess what? They didn't want you anyway.
Yeah,
and then
you suck. Why did you try? You're a loser.
All the sad things.
Yeah. So number one thing is you're going to hear that voice, know that it's coming, and know that it's a liar.
And
those things aren't true.
That you have defeated that voice before, and you will continue to defeat it now because you are rad.
Yes. So a teensy tiny step above rock bottom for me is watching mindless comedies and ingesting happiness, which is sugar and carbs for me. Or for Dan.
I like ice cream, poutine, and things I can cover in salsa.
Yeah.
I also, instead of the mindless comedies, I'm more of a Star Trek Next Generation girl, so I've really been powering through that one lately. Really going for it.
Yeah, and then while you're in bed watching those comedies and eating your happiness, why not turn off the screen for a while and just
let
go to
yourself be unconscious, because the body created a magical way to climb out of pits of despair. It's called sleeping.
Yes.
And when you wake up, science dictates sometimes that you feel less crap than you did when you were awake before.
Life will be a little bit different the next day, and that's a good thing because then you can try again.
Sleep heals.
It's a new chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about sleeping is that one day ends and another day begins.
It's true. And then let's think of other tips for getting even above the sleeping. So you've already gotten to your teensy tiny bit step above rock bottom, and you've gotten a little higher with sleeping.
Ate some good things. You watched some funny things.
Mm-hmm. You slept.
And you
then,
feel a little rejuvenated.
What else works for you?
I like to go out in public and interact with other humans.
Yeah. And that's
socializing makes me leave the bathtub.
Seeing people who love you. Talking to people who support you. Another one for me, if you maybe don't have someone to talk to right now, one for me is writing. Just getting those emotions out there.
Very cathartic.
They're out of your body. They're on a piece of paper. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about if it sounds good. This is just for you, and then you can burn it after if you want to. Do whatever you want.
Which is also cathartic.
Yes.
In conclusion,
yeah.
Basically, we think that you're really awesome, and that even though you're going to get rejected and we're going to get rejected, we're all just probably going to keep getting rejected for like a while, which means you're like, how is this the positive conclusion that you were going to bring me to, Dan? You're bringing me down
your path
again.
Is different than everyone else's. Your path isn't going to look like everybody else's. Stop putting these expectations on yourself. And just know that these experiences are making you unique, and they're creating you into the person that you need to be.
You're an individual butterfly, and the world would not be a great place if you weren't a part of it.
Exactly. So,
we believe in us, but we also believe in you.
Go get him, Tiger.
Yeah. And with that, we'll see you later, folks. You have yourself a good week. You win the day.
You go win that day.
Win it.
Bye. Bye.